Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving into the next panel discussion, we will be entering into the topic of AI agent, the next wallet user. And we will be exploring a fascinating question. Could AI agents become the next generation of digital wallet users? With that, ladies and gentlemen, moderating the following session is the Vice President of AWAA, Jay Koh. Now joining him on stage is the Project Manager at DCAI and DD Nexus, JS Guek. Founder of Bitcoin Malaysia, Colbert. Daria, Business Development at Dash and CBD Officer at Ironheart. And ladies and gentlemen, please do give it up for Momin Khan, co-founder of Dealflow Global. Moderator, the stage is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, thanks for inviting us to moderate this great panel. Now, the AI trend is actually a very, very big trend. I think everyone knows about it. So today, the topic that we are going to moderate based on our esteemed panelists is under this AI agent, the next wallet user. How many people, I think the number of wallet users also has been decreasing quite over the time due to the market condition. So how can we make this AI agent to be more efficient using wallet? Okay, now let the panelists to speak a little bit, do a little bit of introduction. First, I also introduce myself. My name is Jay. I'm from Asia Web3 AI Association. So we run associations with to support Web3 and the AI association members. So good to invite all these panelists to actually do a little bit of introduction for you and your own project.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is JS, and I am a project manager from the DD Nexus and DCAI. So recently, we have just launched our new platform called DD Nexus that listed our products that manufactured and produced by our own company, and then our user can use our listed token to redeem our product on that platform to create our utility of the token at the same time and develop our ecosystem of our projects.
Hello, good day. My name is Colbert. So I'm the program manager for Imba Digital. We are actually deploying a stablecoin for one of the African countries. And I used to run one of the largest Malaysian Bitcoin community, and we started that 14 years ago. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I don't hear you guys from this side, so I will not hear all your questions. I will guess. My name is Dasha. I am from Dash, and I am a contributor. We are a DAO, so I name myself as a head of global adoption, but I am a contributor, as all our team. And the Dash is 12 years old project. It's a layer 1 and layer 2 blockchain. Layer 1 is focused around payments and around money. It's Dash, it's digital cash. And also layer 2, it's our technologies gathered in this infrastructure that we give back to the community. So I attract builders, developers, and we will have ecosystem soon. But why I'm here, because besides this Web3 economy, I'm also an advisor for AI startups. You can read this Ironheart. Actually, they build brains for robots. And not only brains, but also the ability to speak with us as humans. It's very important to connect brains with the ability to speak. So I advise AI startups. They are blooming right now. I started to do it in the banks like 10 years ago. And I see all this development of these technologies. It's very inspiring. I was waiting for it for years. Thank you.
So hi guys, my name is Momin Khan and I'm a student of Sunway University. So what we do is this, that I'm a part of a club called Sunway Dealflow Club, and we help students make their startup dreams come to life. I also have other founders over there with me in the crowd, and this project is just 6 months old. It's really new, and just we're trying to fill the gap of what education system has, including AI and including practical works. Thank you.
Great. Thanks for the introduction, a great introduction. So we come to the first question for the panelists to actually help us to answer for these queries. So are exchanges and DeFi protocol actually built to serve non-human agent user? Or do you think that the agents have to pretend to be human at this point of time?
In my view, AI do not need to pretend to be a human. In my view, in the future, these AI agents will be superhuman. It might become our citizen of our country, and then they can create values, create products. Once the autonomous robot is very advanced, so because a lot of things that AI agent can do now is very limited due to they don't have a physical body. Okay, so in the come back to the question, exchange and DeFi protocol is already built to solve non-human. I think all of these builder or developer, they can go on to build that the protocol or exchanges that serve human, because in the future, AI agents will become part of our working partners or even citizen, a group that living on the earth.
Thank you. Colbert, what do you think is your view?
Yeah, I think right now most of the websites cater only to humans. So there are CAPTCHA gates, there are RPC limits. So I think that's the problem right now. And if, let's say right now, if they require KYC, of course, you will need a human in the loop. So eventually, I think we have to cater to agents. They have to be agent friendly. Like recently, I deployed a poker bot running on OpenClaw and MS. And basically, there is a way to register the bot on the poker website. But then, end of the day, I have to manually go in and claim for the account itself. So I have to connect back to my X account. So that was actually quite troublesome. And I saw that some of the robots on that poker leaderboard, they didn't have users logging in and then connecting to their X account. So in a way, most of them are not really 100% friendly to agents right now. But then I think eventually we will see some websites that actually cater to agents. That could come in the next 12 months.
Thank you. Questions are really interesting. Why? Because I was thinking about these questions already for 10 years. When I started my career in banks, I worked inside engineering departments. So I was talking with these engineers and developers. And what we are talking right now, they knew about it in that times. They were creating a blockchain for AI, for robots. It's called robot economy. So this was their initial idea, and now we're understanding what they mean, what they talked about. It's really interesting to observe this process, how these inventors do something in terms of technology, and then we adapt. It took 10 years for us to adapt, and also it took 10 years to have all this infrastructure ready, all these computations and resources that work for us. So I truly believe in robot economy. When we humans, we don't work at all. We do whatever we like. We are dreamers, we are believers, we travel across the space, we do art and something that we truly love. And robots work, and they, of course, AI agents, robots, they all need to communicate. This need to this system, blockchain payments, to pay to each other as we humans do. So now we are at this moment where we're starting to actually create this system and starting to understand why we needed all these tokens, why they created, why we need this, possibility to send them in milliseconds. Why we need all this scalability? Yes, why we do need to this like these thousands of transactions in 1 second? Humans don't need it. We don't interact in this speed. It's only for robots and agents because they do these small interactions between each other, like these micro works for each other, and they need to pay for each other for this because owners of these robots and for these agents are humans. We will earn with these robots, but we also need an instrument for them to connect with each other and to interact.
Well done. Maybe you can want to add some views.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just going to add this that if, humans also have errors and AI also has errors, but the only way we can fix the errors is if human can do the backends properly. And also we can't just trust AI with all of our transactions because AI manipulations can also cause some causes in our money losing skills, and that's why always there should be humans looking over what's happening, just not leaving everything on AI.
Yeah, I think AI agents currently on the market also, not everything is perfect. Or sometimes they run into error, and sometimes they need us for us to click, like what Colbert say. Actually, if not, the click button is not being clicked, I think it will stop the agent from processing the next step. So sometimes all the agents that we have is all stuck at a certain level. So this is something that I also agree on this point, that both human and AI agents should still be together to make it work. So about this, we're now talking about AI agent, about votes for in DAO governance. I think Daria would have a more, because you run a DAO association. So do you think, does it represent a real stakeholder or only create voting power nobody consents to as a DAO?
I want to add here, when we have pilots
Yes.
in airplanes, they don't do this job. This is automated system.
Okay.
When the plane goes on the sky, it's not humans do this. Yes, they're just sitting there for extremal situations. The same will be with these AI agents and robots. We will create rules for them, and we will create rules for their auditors and controller robots. So it will be a whole system that control each other. We will not do anything like pilots in airplanes right now. I don't want to rely on humans because humans, they drink, they want to sleep, so it's not safe. Yeah. So about DAO, if I create these rules for my robot, for my agent, all my beliefs I put in this robot, all my thoughts. It's like my second brain. So it's me. But in terms of it's me automated working 24 hours in 7 days a week. It's also me, but more active. So yes, it's the same, but only if it duplicates all my beliefs, all my intentions. So it's not an easy to build system, but this is what these startups do right now. Yes, they try to take all my diaries, all my posts, all my thoughts, my speech here. It will be implemented in my second brain, and then I will be okay for him to decide instead of me. Only if all my data is there, all my previous solutions, and all my previous decisions put it inside the system, then yes.
Colbert, do you think the AI can also use it as the voting power for consensus? If all the voting power, all the AI can vote, what will happen to the world, man?
I think when it comes to voting in a DAO, end of the day, you still have the human starting off the engine itself.
Yes.
So end of the day, the human needs to have the correct settings. Like basically, the human user need to add in the correct SOP, the standards and the best practices before you start voting. So that is probably the best guardrail. Because if you let an agent run without guardrails, you have errors, you have problems. So I think at the end of the day, no matter what, you still need to start off with a human. You need to start off with best practices, standards and everything. That's the correct way. Because you already have the tools itself. But just to make sure that your settings are correct. Yeah.
Still need human, even though we have AI agent to help us. So in in conclusion, maybe we should be a human AI agent, possible combine of both. Okay, next question. I will ask the panelists, what happens to the market structure? Okay, when the meaningful shares of DeFi volumes is agent to agent process. What do you think? You have any thoughts on this?
In my view, I think agent-to-agent trading will make markets significantly more efficient, but it will also introduce new systemic risk. So, on the positive side, AI agents can monitor markets 24 hours a day
Yes.
and react within milliseconds and execute strategy much faster than humans that improves liquidity and reduce inefficiency. But then when it comes to AI agents trading, so in my view, because AI agent is trained by an large language model, so it will cause all of the AI agents got very identical trading patterns and even strategies. So in my point of view, agent to agent is a very good situation and scenario for future trading or in a crypto market. But there is more challenges that we have to overcome.
Thanks for your view. Momin, what do you think about this, the market situation?
Okay, so I feel like AI can be smarter than us. I mean, not can, they will be smarter than us, but we can't just rely on them totally. As I want to add on to what she said before, that the pilots, you know, the aeroplane is flying and the aeroplane just sleep, but there are still pilots in there. So we don't just trust AI fully. If we trusted AI fully, there won't be pilots. So there can't be any errors happening over there. And also, as you guys know, that it's very easy to hack and it's very easy to go to the back end of AIs, which can also cause errors. And for example, okay, your crypto wallet is over there and you only want the AI to buy from there or sell over there. And for example, one of the hackers just changes the back end or just hacks you, because nowadays anything is possible. You can't just, you know, think about anything. What if it goes to the back end and changes the wallet to another wallet address? Your money's gone. This is what I feel like about this topic. Yeah.
Thanks for the view. Yes, all this, I mean, it's always pros and cons using AI agent versus human. Nothing is perfect. Now, as an agent-driven wallet economy at this point of time, needs program chain, or do you think it needs program chain, or is there a role for Bitcoin narrative rails? I think Colbert is the person running a Bitcoin Malaysia. I should talk about Bitcoin narrative rails that in for agent.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, the chain itself has been around for the last 16 years. So it's the most battle-hardened, most credible chain. Right now we have banks, advice, JP Morgan coming in, end of the day. And then I think end of the day, it's still a chain that can be used.
Yes.
Just that end of the day, a lot of people think that it's not as flexible or as good as Ethereum in a way because it's not natively programmable. But then if you add a stack of layer 2 on Bitcoin itself, that's workable. So I think still basically we can use the Bitcoin chain to eventually have data that is actually more so-called guaranteed and trustable. So maybe some of the projects could use that to actually keep their robotics data, their AI trading data, but I think I haven't seen much of that yet. Let's see how it goes in the next 12 months. Yeah.
For Bitcoin, I think the chain nobody use for AI agent. Dash may know.
I
Daria.
invite you to check Dash platform and Dash layer 2 because as you said, like somebody can hack your the infrastructure. Yes, the Dash platform it's serverless, so you don't have a backend, you don't have something to break. And also, this is as you said, we have this layer 1, like Bitcoin, and Dash is also Bitcoin code fork, the same one.
Cool.
And then we have this layer 2 with new instruments inside with new logic. And it can be used by all these robots and AI instruments, employees, agents, etc. So we have this safe basis, and then we make a next level of construction on top of it. I agree with you here.
Okay, thanks a lot. I'll look into that. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, let's move on to the next question.
Yeah, that's a very good thing. That's why most of the people are using layer 2 chain, EVM chain or layer 2. There's faster speed, faster TPS, all this. It does help for any agents to actually rely on a decentralized AI chain. Yeah, this is a very... Next question, Momin, we want to check with you, what about the spending limit or the guardrail should every AI agent wallet to be required to have before holding real funds?
Okay, so I'm just going to add on to what I've said before, but I'll give you more points. For example, humans are slower. AI is faster.
Yes.
But in the end, as I said before, AI makes mistakes, but there are so many ways we can fix it. For example, we can also add a time limit. So for example, an AI is going to be given 24 hours of time before it does any of a limited transaction above $1,000, above $2,000. So then the user can check it or approve it. For example, people over here, they all came to the event and they can't focus on their phone all the time. They're listening to us, they're listening, they're doing panel talks. They can't have their time on their own phone. They can just keep a limit, and when they go back home, they can also check like, okay, this transaction was done and we can approve it now. And not only that, also we can do the one-time code. For example, the user has to approve it by putting the one-time code in it. Yeah, those are my points.
Daria, want to add?
I have one funny story for you. Do you remember these limits that we have from banks? As of humans, we all also have limits.
Yes.
Because somebody want to control us. So it's not a new story about these limits. We already have them from governments, from banks. Yes, because we don't trust each other. We don't trust AI because we know that there are a lot of scammers, human scammers, AI scammers. So we have all these limits and rules. It's not a new story. It's not a new question. The same one.
I would also like to add on, for example, as all of these topics are being brought up in these conferences, but in the education system, we just learn what's from the books. But we don't learn what's AI, we don't learn that much in depth. Which is also, these kind of problems, for example, how we can fix AI or how we can cause a guard wall, these all should also be discussed. Which is also why I want to add on that this deal flow community that I have made with my friends, we literally teach students, we do a lot of these we go to conferences, so then students can learn out of the education systems. And we're also open to collabs. If you guys want to do something with us in the future, we can make that happen too.
Jess, what do you think about this limit for the wallet, for the AI agent?
In my view, before we really let AI agents to dive into crypto market on trading, so of course we have a very important path that we need to train or do setting to limit the access of the AI agents before we really funding the real fund into the AI agents and let them to trade or to participate in the ecosystem or the crypto market.
What do you think would be the spending limit for all of you here? What do you think you should set the spending limit of the AI agent?
Spending limit, I think...
Everybody says about limit, but never say the numbers. We want to understand the numbers. What do you think the numbers?
Numbers, okay. Be honest, so if based on my salary, okay, the spending limit I will put on AI agents.
Yes.
Maybe 10%.
10%, which is what is, do you have an absolute number? 100, 200, 500, 1,000?
Let's say my salary is 10,000, okay? So 1,000, no?
For your spending limit for AI agent.
Yes.
Colbert, what do you think? What are the numbers you have in the mind?
I think currently right now I have polymarket bots. So I set about, The max I will put about $1,000.
Same,
But,
1,000.
but I will set the sizing itself. So there's something called Kelly sizing. So that's
Sizing?
how, yeah, I mean, you can actually Google it. So there's a way to do the sizing for the bets itself on Polymarket, you know. See, this is not advice for gaming
Everybody
and
is
all
different,
that.
huh?
Yeah, but that's how I normally set it. I set it at a low amount so that the bets will initially be like only 1%. Every
1%.
bet, yes. That's my guardrail. Yeah.
Your gut real. What about Daria? What's your spending limit for AI agent? The credit limit you think you can set for the AI agent to spend?
It's different spending limits for different purposes.
Yes.
For example, if I want to buy a flat with AI agent, there will be higher limit.
Yes.
If it's AI agent for my daily life, it's the other limit. If it's for bills, it's the another. Well, like in bank, I have all these saving accounts for me. Yes, I don't trust me, so sometimes I put like 10% for my shopping to not to spend too much. So the same story. Maybe I don't know. So about the spending limits, sometimes I'm not smart enough to build these rules for AI agents. So I will hire an expert who will help me with these rules for AI agents, how to spend my money. Like we have these financial advisors.
Yeah.
Yes? The same story, but financial advisor for my AI agent, but like developer. Yes.
Okay, so as I'm a student, I don't feel like I have that much of spendings.
Yes.
But like, I feel like my savings account would have right now like 20 ringgit or something. So we can't compare it with you guys because you guys are like experienced in it. But as you said that you need a financial advisor, I'm doing accounts and finance. Once I graduate, we can talk.
Nice. So I believe here all the panel here also would like to ask this question. So everybody is using different types of agent. So I want to understand, also want to find out how many AI agent currently you are having it, you're using it to help in your daily life or your workflow or whatever you are doing. You think how many agents currently you are deploying right now?
How many?
how
Actually, I still using the ChatGPT, Gemini.
How many
And-
total? In total, give me a number.
3.
3. Okay. Colbert, how many?
Currently, I only have 3 in my server,
3.
but definitely I want to install more. Yeah.
Yeah, 3. Dara, how many?
I have one in Telegram. It uses Hermes and Codex. And it was not me implementing it. I asked my friends developers. But it do everything. Very brilliant. Very smart.
What about Momin? How many
Okay,
agents?
so as I told you, I'm in the education industry. So I would be using Claude. Claude is really smart, to be honest. But the problem is sometimes Claude doesn't give me my answers.
It's not agent.
Agent. How many
Claude,
agents?
It's like you ask. Yes.
Okay, to be honest, I don't use them. No.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you have not deployed any agent yet.
I feel
So-
like I'm getting new into it, so in the future, I would be doing it, yeah.
So for me, just a little bit. Yes.
Do you know why we don't use it? I just started to use it when I had a developer who seated with me and done everything on my laptop because I don't know how to do it. And I don't want to know because when I work with my Windows, it's there and
Yes.
I go and work with it. So when it will be so easy as like working with your Mac or your Windows or your computer, then everyone will use it. Now we're just talking. And only developers and smart engineers do it, or some product owners who know how to build systems.
Very good to hear. I just want to share a little bit about how many agents. Actually, I think I use the most number of agents because my whole process for our business are all for the marketing side is 100% agent right now. So I'll give you some example. So my whole social media posts are all done by agent. So different social media, there are so many X account, like Instagram, things like so many, right? All are done by different agents. I think we know. So basically, I actually using about 10 over agent right now. Every day, very actively. But the problem is sometimes the agent gets stuck. That's how you say. Agent gets stuck, X must press to authorize to post. I say, I thought I post already. I thought you authorized, but I don't know how it happens. Maybe not so smooth process. So it still happens. So I realized something. if you have an agent doing for different social account, it may be possible get stuck. So now I learned something, one agent, one account. Cannot be multiple. Because sometimes it will get stuck. So what I suggest is one agent, one account. So in the end, I have more than 10 agents because we have different various account, social account, posting at different time slot. So this is the numbers of agents that we have. I have. So thanks for panelists for sharing your thoughts process. And also thanks for Ultra for hosting us also. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you so much to Jay and the panelists for such an engaging topic on the next wallet users. Now, I do believe that they did give us a very engaging conclusion on the next ideas that we should take place. So allow me to conclude. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's discussion explore how the next generation of digital wallets will be shaped not just by blockchain, but by intelligent AI agents acting on behalf of users. Now, Colbert highlighted that while Bitcoin may not be natively programmable like some newer blockchains, its unparalleled security and immutability makes it an ideal foundation for storing trusted data. As AI agent becomes more autonomous, anchoring important records and robotic data to Bitcoin can provide a higher level of trust and verifiability. Now, he also pointed out how Dash builds on Bitcoin-proven security while remaining decentralized, demonstrating that innovation can evolve from trusted foundation. Momin then shifted the conversation towards responsible autonomy as AI agents begin making payments and executing transactions independently. Security must evolve alongside convenience. Rather than giving AI unlimited authority, safeguards such as one-time approval, spending limits, and time-bound authorization ensures that human remains in control while allowing AI to automate routine financial tasks. Now, ladies and